short. Know what you must write. Is it an email, essay, or a story that's right? An article, report, choose what fits the plan. This is the first step, now take a stand. Take the let's get it right. Follow the steps and your essay will ignite. From text to audience, purpose to the end. Use Take Perla, your best writing friend. Who is your audience? Think about them well. Writing for teachers, peers, or just yourself to tell. Now the purpose comes next. Why are you here? To inform, persuade, or just make it clear. Take Perla, let's get it right. Follow the steps and your essay will ignite. From text to audience, purpose to the end. Use Take Perla, your best writing friend. Who is your audience? Think about them well. Writing for teachers, peers, or just yourself to tell. Now purpose comes next. Why are you here? To inform, persuade, or just make it clear. Take Perla, let's get it right. Follow the steps and your essay will ignite. From text to audience, purpose to the end. Use Take Perla, your best writing friend. Gather your information, what's crucial to say. Details that matter will guide the way. Choose your register, formal or not. Language and tone hit the perfect spot. Use your linkers, connect every thought. Cohesive devices keep the essay taut. In your accuracy, take the time to check. Grammar, spelling, structure, all in perfect deck. Take Perla, the method, the best guide you've got. With these steps, your essay's top notch. So write with confidence, don't be afraid. To Perla's the strategy, your success is made. Take Perla, let's get it right. Follow the steps and your essay will ignite. From text to audience, purpose to the end. Use Take Perla, your best writing friend. Let's get it right. All the steps and your essay will ignite. From text to audience, purpose to the end. Use Take Perla, your best writing friend.
Well, your mic. I off you on. I off you on. Okay.
Okay, that one.
Oh,
All
the last
right.
question you're
No,
doing.
we did
Okay.
that. We did that on purpose. We did that on purpose. Okay. Because to it is last session, part 3, between 4 to 5 p.m. We are going to talk about how your partner and you need to have good rapport. What is rapport? Don't worry, Dr. Ila will explain everything to you. You guys need to have a kind of an understanding between your partner and you when you do your discussion. All right. So anyway, introductions. A very good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And thank you so much to those of you who are still with us since morning, afternoon, no, 12 to 1. And now we are in 4 to 5 p.m. session where we are going to look at how you can do your best, perform your best in your discussion task. All right. And thank you so much again to SMK Hulu Klang in collaboration with Unit Bahasa Sektor Pembelajaran PPD Gombak for supporting this series of webinar that is hosted by me this time around, but is presented by my brilliant colleague and friend, Dr. Ila. Over to you, Doctor, for the discussion part.
All right. Thank you, Puan Halimato. Welcome, everyone. I know it's 4 o'clock. Some people might be resting, sleeping, and still have not woken up from their nap. So if you watch this recorded, I hope that this will help you. Those who are here, feel free to ask questions. I just want to let you, Halimato, Buku was here. He answered. He said, I'm here. Really quietly. Saya in the last live, he answered us, but we didn't get to read his comment
All
on
right. Hi,
time.
Buku. I hope you're here.
I don't know whether Buku is here. Buku, if you are here, say hi. The previous students that were here last week, please say hi. You all are etched in our memory, actually. You all had an impact on us, your how you all interacted with us. We really enjoyed it very much, actually. All right, let's begin. I just want to remind everyone again, if those who have just joined us now, just to let you know, you can still watch the recorded version from the last Saturday, last week Sunday. It's all recorded. You can always have access to it. You can also see the 2023 one if you want. But 2024 one is the updated version that I have actually added more stuff to the 2023 and also new materials. So we did part 1 at 10 a.m. just now, today, and then part 2 at 12. We finished a bit late, about 1:10, and we had enough rest, I think. And now we're going to the last part in the speaking paper, right? So next week, when I see you on Sunday, it would be again 4 parts, but we will have a different moderator then. You will meet the moderator next week. And if you have seen the advertisement just now, the posters just now that I've done, it is with a guy at last, one moderator guy.
Yes.
Get moderator, man moderator. So we'll do part 1 and then part 2 at 12, part 3 at 4, and we'll have part 5, the last one at 6. All right. This time I didn't put up the Google form. I think I will put up the Google form again next week. The Google form is actually for those who attend if you feel that you want last minute tips or help the last few days before your English paper, which will be either reading or writing on January 6th. Okay, because you have your PM paper on a Thursday, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you do not have paper. Tuesday, you would have paper in January. If you need one extra class, you make a choice. I will look at it, and if I think I need to do it, I will do it. At the moment, most people chose Friday, the day after PM. And there are a few choices of reading and writing because by that time you would already have done your listening and speaking. So I wouldn't be doing that for the last minute tips. Okay, all right. That is just to inform everyone what's the plan. I just go with the flow. Request is just request, I will do. No request, I'm fine because it means extra free time for me to rest. Okay, now part 3 discussion. All right, you would have the interlocutor, after you have finished your part 2, they will ask back the booklet from candidate B. Okay, once you get back the interlocutor get back the booklet, then you would go to this part. Okay, you'll say, now, I like you to talk about something together for about 3 minutes. The task will have 2 parts. In the first part, you will discuss something with each other. The keyword is with each other for about 2 minutes. Then, in the second part, you will have another minute to make a decision together. Let's begin with the discussion task. This script is the same, year in, year out for every session. You will not change. So you must remember in the third part, you no longer have an interaction with the interlocutor. The job of the interlocutor is just to set the task for you. That's when you should start having eye contact with your pair. This is the time. The world is only both of you. Leave the interlocutor out. I noticed that many of you, not many of you, many of our ex-students, ex-candidates that we had before, what they do is they like to look at the interlocutor and talk to the interlocutor. You shouldn't do that. You should look at your friends because it's a discussion and your pair is the person you discuss with. All right. You have 2 minutes to discuss and then you have to wait for the instruction by the interlocutor to make a decision. Another common mistakes by candidates that we have seen is you discuss and you make your decision in that 2 minutes. Then when the interlocutor has to ask you to give a decision, you'll be looking each other weird because I already made a decision, right? So follow the instruction, discussion 2 minutes, instruction by the interlocutor to make decision, only then you make the decision. So the question that I've chosen this time for this masterclass is, volunteering is an excellent way to help others. Here are some reasons why people should start volunteering and a question for you to discuss. The question is in the center of the bubble map and I'll show you in a while. First keyword, very important, the blue one. First, you have some time to look at the task. So you'll be looking at this task, all right? So the question is here. The question here is to tell you that you are supposed to discuss why should people start volunteering. So there will always be 6 reasons given. So when they say now you have some time to look at the task, your job as pairs is to say, Ali, you take 1, 2, 3. I will take 1, 2, 3. Or before you enter the exam hall, you already have determined that the top 3 you will take, the bottom 3 your partner will take. All this can be pre-planned, but you don't know your points yet at that time. All right? Revan answered to what you said, Halimatul, improve social skills. Okay, so you have these 3, and these 3, you decide who takes the 3. Okay, so after 20 seconds, you will hear the interlocutor tell you, now talk to each other. That's it, talk to each other. Not look at the interlocutor and talk to the interlocutor. Talk to each other about the reasons why people should start volunteering. So then you should start. Now you also should decide who would start because you will have marks for initiating a conversation, right? So who would start? So before we start that, let me start again with, again the E should be small. Listen carefully and then when you see the bubble map, decide who is taking which point and then you answer the question, ensure you discuss the ideas provided and then you give reasons and elaborate your answers. One thing that I've not added here is always connect your friend's idea to the point that you will say, because they also have marks for that. Okay, the way you address how your friend has given their idea, say something, and then if you can relate it to your points, you'll be working fabulously, right? Now, example. I just give an example for developing speakers. Those who say, teacher, I cannot talk. Cikgu, saya tak boleh cakap. Boleh. Semua orang boleh cakap. Alright, whatever limited English you have, you can still speak. I do not like if students give up, because in this situation it's marks. Don't give up. Use any words you know, because the answers are there. As you're talking to your friend, look at your friend's face, because your friends are someone you know, and it should give you the confidence. Do not look at the interlocutor. Do not look at the assessor, because I know sometimes we human beings, the assessor and interlocutor, after a long day, sometimes their face is like,
Tired.
I don't know, tired, or they might be, too agitated because they have been listening to the same thing over and over again. So when you look at the face, say, oh, my answer wrong. Jawapan saya salah ke? No, that's why I said don't look at their face when you're doing this discussion. You focus on your friend, look at your friend. Okay, you can even move your chair. If you want to talk, you move your chair. Nobody is going to tell you don't move your chairs. You can move your chair a little bit so that you can look at your friend. Not the whole chair, but just a little bit tilted. Yeah, tilted so that you can see your friend. You easily get nervous. Yes, right. You easily get nervous. So look at your friend and each other, smile at each other. Okay, because this is the time you can help your friend. Okay, so what you can do is you can say simple things like initiate, start. So candidate A, if Ali is candidate A, use your friend's name, Abu. We need to talk about why people volunteer. You might not say it in a proper sentence, it's fine. Okay, I have to write proper sentence, because if not, then I think something is going to be wrong with my presentation. Okay, I will have to write the sentence correct. But you may say, we thought people volunteer. Why? It's okay. All right, then I think good for, okay, you got here, learning new skills. Where's learning new skills? Here. All right, learn new skills, or it teach us new skill. Then just ask your friend, what do you think? No, I think my smile will make someone annoying at me or mad, to be honest. Yeah, because your name is Raven. All right, Raven. That's why I think people think it's annoying. No, I think you'll be fine, Raven. That's how you feel. Okay, if you don't want to smile, never mind. Smile with your eyes. Okay, what do you think? And then Abu can answer, yes, learning skills is good, but help people in the community also. Here, help people in the community also important. What do you think? Never mind, even though you use the same thing, because you need to speak, right? And then turn take. This is the time you turn take. So Ali gets back and Ali said, helping people is good. Yes, it is good. This is where they're helping people. Yes, it is good. This is what I say. You must say something about your friend's point. But maybe skills help young people. All right. For jobs. Got anything for jobs? Maybe improve social skills here. All right. And then turn take. Oh, yes. Skills help for job. But helping people makes world better. So can you notice? Just say whatever. All right. As long as you say something, you can get marks. Then you keep quiet. You will get marks for initiating, for responding, for asking your friends for answers that's turn taking. You will get. All right. This is an example that you can do. So don't say, I don't know what to say. You all can say something. Now, if you are proficient speakers, then you can initiate. Ali will say, Abu, all right, so let's start. We're discussing why people should volunteer. I think one good reason is that it helps people develop new skills. All right, here. What do you think about that? Right, so when Abu responds, Abu can say, that's a great point. See, this is what I mean by the green one is you say something about your friend's point, because he said develop new skills. So volunteering can definitely help people learn teamwork or communication skills. You are being more detailed than your friend because you are talking about what kind of skills. Nevertheless, I also think it's important because it allows people to give back to the community. Okay? What's your opinion on that? Instead of saying, what do you think? You can say, what's your opinion on that? And then candidate A turn take by saying, you are right. Giving back is really meaningful. It can make a difference in someone's life. Responding to what candidate B has said. He put his own point in addition. I suppose it makes the volunteer feel fulfilled here. All right. However, I wonder, could learning new skills be more important, especially for young people? He's asking back about learning new skills, right? So you can just keep on having that discussion for 2 minutes. I'm just giving you some samples. It's not the whole thing, right? Because there's more to write for 2 minutes. I cannot put in a whole PowerPoint, all right? If you are advanced, then you may say, right? Abu, all right, let's delve into this. So you look at the choice of vocab has changed. Volunteering, in my view, is invaluable for developing transferable skills. Right. For instance, working with diverse groups foster adaptability and interpersonal expertise. What's your perspective? Instead of saying what's your opinion, you can ask what's your perspective. So Abu would respond by saying that's a compelling argument. I agree that skill building aspect is beneficial. However, I'm inclined to say that volunteering fosters a sense of belonging here, becoming part of a community. Okay? Becoming part of the community can be transformative, don't you think? It bridges gap between people and it creates a collective purpose. So Ali will have to respond to that. True, it does cultivate connections. Short and simple to respond to what candidate B has said. Nevertheless, I feel that developing maturity of character here holds greater significance. Volunteering exposes individuals to challenges that build resilience and empathy. In the long run, isn't character more impactful than camaraderie? So you have words. When we hear these words, wow, definitely C1 students. All right. Okay. What's the next one? Okay, let's look at what's the next one. So you will speak there 2 minutes, whatever. I hope all of you know you don't have to speak and finish all the 6 points. Okay. If you only get to speak like within that 2 minutes, 2 points, 3 points, fine. No one is going to deduct marks because as you have seen, when I say what examiners are looking for, there are no aspect on content. Like you finish speaking on the content, nothing at all. So don't say, oh, I didn't finish the content, I'm going to fail. No. I'm repeating, we are only listening to your grammar, your vocabulary, your ability to understand the task, turn, take, initiate, and close conversation, like how we do it in life. That's all. Okay? So don't worry about that. If anyone would want to ask that question, all right? So I want to say, don't worry about the points. Now, after the 2 minutes, right, the interlocutor will stop you. You don't have to worry about the time. Okay, please don't worry about the time. The interlocutor will let you know when to stop. Okay, it's not a battle of the time. I have to finish everything in 2 minutes. So the interlocutor will then ask you, thank you. Now you have about a minute to decide together which is the most important reason people should start volunteering. If you realize there is no sentence that I highlighted in blue, meaning there is no time to think about anything because you already discussed. Now is the time for you to make a decision based on what you have discussed. So immediately start talking, not keep quiet, look at your friend and whisper or discuss in your mother tongue because I've seen that. Apa jawapan kita nak pilih? Apa jawapan kita nak pilih? You're not supposed to do that, just discuss. All right, now we have to choose the answer. Which one would you think is the most important reason? Do not speak in Mandarin or in Tamil, all right, or in French or whatever language you know to discuss with your friend for the agreement. The agreement is supposed to discuss loudly for both the interlocutor and assessor to hear. So For developing speakers, you can just use simple one. All right, negotiate. You want to negotiate, right? You want to say, Abu, okay. Now, when Ali started first, you must ensure that Abu start the second one because Abu needs the opportunity to initiate a discussion also, right? Unless your partners is the one you say cannot speak, doesn't want to speak, very shy, okay, then yes, you have to take over the role of initiating all the time. That depends on your your partner. If your partner is someone who can speak, then it's good to give the chance and opportunity to your partner to start. So like here, I think making friends and being part of a community is best. What do you think? Okay, making friends here. Yes, I agree. It is the most important. What's happening? I'm going somewhere else already. Right. React. Okay. So we both think being part of a community is the best reason to volunteer. It's so simple, right? I think making friends and being part. What do you think? Okay. Yes, it helps a lot of people. Finish. Not even 1 minute. Nah, I think okay, all right. The same thing. I thought got anyone writing a comment. No, Okay, so simple. I think everyone can do this. So Swan, ask what do you think? Your friend can say, yes, I agree. No, I know I don't agree. I think become mature in character more important. Then candidate B said, you think? Okay, I also agree with you. Being mature in character important. We both agree. Finish. I'm speaking like how my students are speaking already. Giving sample what you can say. Do you realize that everybody can do this task regardless of your level? You can. Don't always say, no, I cannot, no, I cannot. You can. All right? You just have to open your mouth and speak and help each other out. Right? This is the time when your friends say, then you, if you know some words, you give the words to your friend. That is compensation the gaps of your partner. Okay, so that all have marks. Right. Let's continue. Now, if you are a proficient speaker, you would be easily negotiating. All right, now Abu will start first. So he said, Ali, so if you had to choose the most significant benefit, what would it be? So not necessarily, you give your answer. You can start the conversation by asking your partner which one your partner thinks is most important. All right. And then Ali would say, I'll say it's becoming part of a community. It ties together many of the other benefits like social skills, new perspectives, and self-esteem. You see how Ali has said this one point has linked to other points such as social skills, new perspective, and self-esteem. Then Abu will say, I agree. Let's go with that. It's the heart of volunteering, really. The green one is he is responding to what Ali has said. And Ali confirmed, great. So we agree that becoming part of the community is the most important benefit of volunteering. And Abu will say yes. And it's something that really encourages people to stay involved too. Most of the candidates we have seen is they will just say, I think the most important point is becoming part of a community because blah, 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 just like you're doing in a discussion. And then your friend will say, yes, and then you ask, what do you think? Do you agree with me? And then your friend will say, yes, I agree with you, blah, blah, blah. And then you look at the interlocutor, finish. All right. So I'm just giving you a sample on how you can end it. You can reconfirm by ending, yes, we both agree that this is something that we choose as the answer, which would be the most important. That is the line that the interlocutor know is the end of your discussion. All right, all that is how you do it. Okay, so if you are a very, very good student, you are advanced, so you can negotiate. I'm inclined. Inclined means you are leaning towards. Okay, to prioritize community integration. It encapsulates the essence of volunteering by uniting people towards a shared purpose. Do you think? That's the strongest rationale. See how they speak differently. I do, while other aspects are advantageous. Being part of a community fosters a sense of belonging which underpins the entire experience. Hence, we concur. Concur means we agree that becoming part of a community is the cornerstone benefit of volunteering. Have you ever heard, Halimato, people using cornerstone?
Very rarely.
Very rarely, right? And then instead of saying yes, precisely, it is the synergy of connection and purpose that makes volunteering so impactful, right? So you look at all the words that I've underlined, these are very low frequency or less common vocabulary use that would help you score. However, my reminder to all of you, don't simply use words
Yeah.
that you don't know the meaning, because you make the meaning change and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right? Only use words that you know what it means and you have tried using it in sentence with your friends. Okay. Clear? Everyone clear? Okay. Right. I'm going to go to what are the examiners looking for, I think. No. This is the hot question. Okay. Right. Now you will give back, they will ask for the booklet back. All right. And this is when they ask you, a question that has relation to the discussion you have done, but you will not get the answer inside there. This is where many of you candidates feel that, oh, I cannot answer. I'm just reminding everyone there is no marks for content, because there's no that whether your content makes sense. No marks for content. We want to hear you speak. But try to find connection to what you are talking. All right. The theme, the question. Try to make connection from what you have discussed to this, because again, you would not be given time to think. That's the problem for all of you. Right? Here is, you've been talking about why people should start volunteering. Now let's hear your opinion on this. What can we do to promote volunteerism in Malaysia? When you see the word promote, okay, it should give you something like how to advertise, how to make people volunteer. So any answer about making people to volunteer, I think all you know, I can give you answer: campaign, give some tokens, all right? Okay, or when people who volunteer will get special benefits for shopping at certain areas. These are things that you all can come up with, right? We will all the assessor and interlocutor will do is to listen to how you present your point. All right. So, for example, this is where you use all the LAR, the small a and the small e. I didn't do my corrections to the small a and small e. As you can see here, got small a and small e. It's only here. All right. So what you do is you listen to the question, because there is nothing that is given to you to read. Now, if you hear it for the first time, you will get shocked most of the time, because it's suddenly like, hey, this is not what I expect. So you can ask the interlocutor to repeat the question. They will repeat, answer the question. If you understand the first time already, you don't have to ask the questions to repeat. Just answer the question. And then when you give reasons, you elaborate as well. Now, if candidate A listen and answer, then candidate B is like stuck. You wait for candidate A to finish, then candidate B can ask, teacher, can you please repeat the question? It's fine. No problem. Okay, because you need to make sure that you hear correctly what you want to answer. Okay, all right. So I don't know if I have a sample. Oh, no, I don't have a sample. It's the same thing. You just say whatever, like I said, right? Advertisement. All right, maybe a school can start, because school have for under co-curriculum where you should do social services, that is volunteering, right? So maybe school should do more promotion on how volunteer will help later in life. Raven, why? Okay, something you're not happy with, you want to see sample, don't have to see sample, it's the same thing. You speak for 1 minute, there is no keyword. Now you have some time to know, meaning you immediately speak. Okay,
Don't
immediately
I,
say. Yeah,
sorry,
go
can
ahead.
I add it a bit? Okay, so for those of you who think that you don't know how to answer this question, so normally the interlocutor will know, like Doctor said earlier on, the ability of the candidates. So if you're supposed to answer and your interlocutor says, okay, candidate A, would you like to answer? What's your response? And you're not sure, and if you hesitate, your interlocutor will probably know that, oh, that's a sign that she or he wants to listen to the partner's response first. Or if you're really not sure, you can say, oh, can I answer, teacher, can I answer later? Can I answer after my friend? You can ask the interlocutor that question. Okay, so don't just immediately say, teacher, I don't know how to answer. All right, try to listen to your partner's response if your partner can answer, instead of just giving up and not wanting to try. And as Doctor has mentioned before, as an interlocutor, we cannot rephrase the question or make the question easier or give you explanation about the question. We can just repeat and stress on certain words. For example, in this question, for me, I will stress on the word promote. What can you do to promote? That's what I will do as an interlocutor, hoping that the candidate will be able to get the idea that, oh, to promote, like what Doctor said just now. Okay, so try to answer. Don't worry about the content. We just want to see how you respond. But at the end of the day, if you really cannot answer, then just nicely say, I'm sorry, teacher. And don't worry about, oh my God, oh, I have failed. No, 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 you haven't. Because you have performed in your interview, you have performed in your long turn, individual long turn, and you have performed in the discussion. All right? Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for the extra input. All of you all should stop worrying about every single part of the test. It's only 13 minutes. It's definitely very packed in that 30 minutes to show what you can do. So you need to stay calm. All right. And most of the time, when when I do interlocutor or when I ask, we teachers, we are so used to it. We will, like she said, Puan Halimato said, emphasize. What can we do to promote? Suddenly that part will be louder because that's the emphasis, promote volunteerism in Malaysia. All right. And for me, I will always you've been talking about why people should start volunteering. Now let's hear your opinion on this. What can we do to promote volunteerism in Malaysia? I will always repeat, what can we do to promote volunteerism in Malaysia? I always repeat because you are listening it for the first time. I repeat it so that you don't ask me to repeat. Okay, and then, but if the students ask me to repeat, that is your decision to ask. I will repeat. Okay, so that's what I usually do because this is not an easy task and you have to answer immediately. Do what Puan Halimato have said. If you need some time, you just say, teacher, can Ali start first? I need some time. All right, so Ali can start. Okay, but both of you cannot be silent for so long because the clock is it's only 2 minutes, meaning each person get 1 minute each. So if you start late, that means you are limited in your time to give your ideas, right? You have to be careful about that. Just say whatever comes to your mind. It doesn't matter because I think Puan Halimatul and I have heard the weirdest answer. Don't worry, we'll never laugh. We will laugh when you leave.
Yeah.
When you leave, definitely, we are human beings. We will contain our laughter until you leave, and then we will laugh out of your earshots because we also know you are under stress. Okay? But if it's funny, we have to laugh. We can't just not laugh the whole day. Okay? Our job is tiring actually as assessor and interlocutor. But like I said, this year I'm lucky. I'm not doing any one of the parts. So I won't be hearing all these wonderful answers. Actually, you enjoy it. It's the paperwork that you like, but you enjoy actually getting all the different answers, right?
Don't get us wrong. We're not laughing at you, all right? We're not laughing
Yeah.
at you as candidates. It's just that sometimes they just want to say something and it's funny. That's all. It's not like
Yeah, we are laughing.
at you.
We are laughing. We are not laughing at the candidates. We are laughing at the answers given. All right, we have all kinds of different answers because sometimes we know you don't understand what is it about, and you are talking. So we give marks based on what you have said. Not the points, but your grammar and all that. We are laughing just the points that you're given. Sometimes we know. It's hard. If I were given suddenly out of the blue, this question, I'd be like, what do I answer? Because when you're under stress in exam, your mind that works differently from when you are relaxed. Okay? So don't worry. What? Very real reason for laughing. No. Raven, don't worry. You will do fine. Okay? Don't
Raven
worry.
is like Jared last week.
Yes,
Macam-macam
yes, exactly, exactly. Okay. So we have done this already. I don't know, buku is buku here or buku is sleeping. Okay. So
Who's
it's the
listening?
same at the four things is the same. Okay. So when we come to the last part, the assessor and interlocutor will have a good enough picture of where you stand, and the discussion part is a confirmation, because we'll be able to see you do more things like initiating, maintaining, developing, closing conversation, relating contribution, because this part we would have already know by the time in part 2. Okay, this one we will hear more in part 3. This one all we'll hear more in part 3. Okay, there are certain parts. So let's just go into grammar. Is the same thing. It's the same thing like I've shown just now in part 2 just now. Okay, we are listening to all these things. So sometimes, you might have fumble in part 2. You can redeem yourself in part 3. Okay, because it doesn't mean that you didn't do well in part 2 gone. You will have chance again in part 3 to show us that actually I know my languages. Maybe part 2 I'm still a little bit nervous, but part 3 I'm more confident, I'm more comfortable now. We will choose the best from the production that you have given us. Okay, not from the one that you didn't do well, but from the best. That means what you can do. Or the longer the exam goes on, you getting better. So the better one is the one that will help you get better marks. All right, not the one that you did initially. Same with vocabulary. Okay, this is the same in part 1, part 2 that I did just now. If you miss, you have to go back and listen to it, because I don't want to repeat this. It's the same thing. But let's look at this part where I said I will stress more. Okay, spontaneity is for all 3 parts. But here, initiate. All right, how you initiate and how you maintain. You like, me too, is trying to maintain a conversation. All right, here is trying to initiate. Do you like it? All right, I think it's nice. Or it's more effective. What do you think about it? I really enjoyed it. Proficient will say, how do you feel about the experience? Personally, I found it fascinating. So sometimes when you are speaking in part 3, even if you are the initiator of the conversation, in the first part of part 3, you can start off by asking your friend a question. Okay, we are discussing about this. In your opinion, which is a very important point for volunteering, which is the important reason for you when people do volunteer. You can do that. You want to give your friend a chance to give his view first. So you initiate by asking a question. Okay? And then you can try to maintain it by try to keep the conversation going. All right, not like after I think this point and then both of you are quiet. When both of you are quiet, you don't have the ability to maintain conversation. If your friend is quiet, you can maintain the conversation by asking, what do you think? Your friend is quiet, right? You can show with your finger point at the one bubble map. What about this, Ali? You got any idea about this? Help your friend, and then your friend will look at you and say, no idea, I no idea. Then you can say, do you think this idea that I show you now, it helps in something? Then your friend say, yes, you're helping him, right? And then you can say, I also believe so. Then you connect it to your other point. So what an interlocutor and assessor will see is that your ability to help guide your friend, compensate your friend's inability to try to speak, and that will not actually affect your marks. Okay, helping your friend, even if your friend cannot speak or refuse to speak or is shy or whatever, you have to understand your marks is yours personally, what your friend or partner can or cannot do does not affect you. Okay? Now, relating to partner, oh, okay. Struggling, right? You like? Me too. Oh, okay. Right? Here, do you like it? I think so. Yes, I see. You think it's good? That's the simple one. Now, that's interesting. I agree because this is a common one that most teachers teach the students in the class. All right? Because we want you to have this B2. That's interesting. I agree because give the reason. Not just say, I agree, and then talk about your point regarding what your friends have said, like Puan Halimatul said in part 2 just now, is as though you are having your own conversation with yourself, right? You need to relate to what your friend has said. Okay. And then that's an insightful point. Building on that, I'd argued that then you would say. So all these actually just show that you are trying to relate to your partner, but each of you are at different stage or level of your English. So these are what we can see and we will know, all right, what level you are at. Okay? All right. Overall spoken, I've already done. I'm sorry, but don't fly. Come back. Come back. All right, come back. Okay, so here, all right, asking, all this one is normal. Here, maintaining interaction. This happens only in part 3. All right. So he relies always on the partner. Just now I said, like Ali asked, what about this? Agree, yes. You? That's all your friend can say. Then you speak like normally, whatever you want to say, or can maintain with effort. I think it's nice. What do you think? Nice is another common word that a lot of people use. So this is word like nice. What other word synonym that you can use for nice instead of nice? You can find on the internet the synonyms so that in your exam that is going to come soon in the 3rd week of December for English, you already know other words besides just nice. Develops interaction. Well, that's a great point. I also think and leads interaction. I completely agree. Adding to that, I believe. So usually C1 learners would lead the interaction most of the time. All right. Here is the one I said, when your friends have gaps, don't know how to say something, you are the one. This is one. You ask your friend, what is the word for, and then you say, sometimes they will say in Malay, lah, for kenduri. Kenduri cakap apa? Then you say it in English to your friend. Okay? What is kenduri, Halimatul, in English?
Kenduri,
To
be honest, there isn't a specific English word that means the same as our concept of kenduri. Not a word per se. I would use a get together.
Gathering or get together for either.
Kalau nak proper one, banquet. But when you use banquet in terms of English, the meaning it's more towards high class or an upper class makan-makan. Our kenduri, even doa selamat is kenduri, right? But banquet is like a higher level, upper class, like the Bridgertons. If you guys watch Bridgertons, that kind of that's the banquet. So the simplest phrase would be a get together.
Get together or a gathering, social gathering. Sometimes you can say for us to pray for the well-being of our family. That's what you can say to explain what kenduri is. Okay, the thing you use for cutting, because you don't know, then your friends might say scissors. Okay, scissors. I'm not sure of the exact word, but it's like this is what you're trying to explain, but you don't know the exact word. And then when you explain, maybe your friend will be able to let you know. And then natural compensation is people who are very good in language. I can't recall the term, but it's the process of where plants make food. At least photosynthesis, right? But you cannot remember at that time during the exam. I can't recall the term, but it's the process of, when plants make food for themselves so that they can survive. Then your friend might say, oh, you're talking about photosynthesis? Oh, yes, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. So it's very natural. Because sometimes even when I speak to people, I say, what is that word? It's at the tip of my tongue, but I just cannot remember it. And then my friends will all help out. Are you trying to say this? No. Oh, yes, that's the one. right? So we all have experienced that, even though we we speak well, and then it goes to become worse because of our age. Sometimes so much things to think about that we forget certain words. It just doesn't come to our mind. All right. I think length of utterances I've already spoken in part 2. Need of support also I have mentioned. All right. So I'm not going to repeat that. Now this, I'm going to say this is not what is in the rubrics. No rubrics given for exam. I made this for myself, for you. Okay. And there is no marks for like this given. No. I'm letting you know. Nanti orang salah sangka pula kan. Alhamdulillah. This is not. No. I want to inform everyone. These examples are from me. I imagine if you're A2, this is what you can show when you're understanding the task. Because like I said, we look at all these things, okay, and give you 1 mark, not part by part like this. No. All right. And the rubrics is not like this. There's no rubrics that with example rubrics are for the examiners to look for whatever they need. I'm just giving you samples of what you need to look for. Clear? All right. So all these that I have given, these are all just samples of sentences, communication that would occur. And if you do this, where are you? That's all I'm trying to show you. Okay. Nothing to say, nothing to do with the rubrics. All right. Okay. Because I don't think anyone has done what I've done like that to show. Kan? Tak ada kan? All right. Very real reason. If we use like advanced, like especially, will that increase our marks? Like what advanced? Okay, Raven, if you use the one that I showed just now, C1, okay, definitely you will get 6 marks lah, because 6666. Not the devil number 666. 666. The assessor will give you the devil 666 lah, because they got 3, 6 to 18. Okay, you will get the 24 marks, right? So definitely that is considered C1. Okay, if you get 5, 5, 5, 5, then that's B2, right? But there's a lot of other things we are looking at. Remember, we are looking at so many things. So it is the accumulation of all that you can do that you get that 1 mark. Because maybe you are very good at your words, so we want to give you 6, but you are not good at maybe how you develop, maintain the conversation, then you'll go down to 5. So it is up to the assessor how they give you, because they are the one listening. We are all not good at everything. We might be weak in vocab, but we are good at initiating, developing, maintain. So you might not get 6, but you get 5 because you have not reached to the less common vocab. That's an example I'm just giving. I don't know your ability, Raven, unless you are being assessed. You come and see me face to face. We have an assessment. Then I can let you know. Just sharing information here. It's not something that I can tell, all right? It is up to the assessor how they see. Now, assessor and interlocutor look at your ability differently, because interlocutor talks to you. Assessor is just watching you. So different, okay? You cannot compare what they give because they are looking at two different things totally, all right? Any questions that you all want to ask? Anything that you need to ask, because this is our final session today for speaking. I really hope that anyone watching, whether live or recorded, that it helped. I've broken up into parts because some people don't need help with part 1. Some people say, I know how to do part 2, but I only want to focus on part 3. That's the reason I've separated it. Next year, I might do a different format. Maybe I will have 3 teachers instead of me being the only teacher. We have 3 teachers giving their teaching, sharing one slide, but 3 people teaching. I don't know. I'm thinking of what different ways I can do next year, because the growth is only for the students. It's not only for students, also for teachers to improve, delivery, to improve teaching, that will benefit students the best. No question. It looks like everyone understand. Buku tak ada buku. Rindu buku kan? Buku tak ada, Jared tak ada.
Last week dia tanya banyak soalan kan?
Yes, buku was cute. Asked a lot of questions. I felt that book, I had a real book, texting us. whether we know. Okay, if there is none, all right, I would like to wish all of you good luck. Thank you for being here. All right, those notes are very okay. Oh, all right, Sangamithira. Okay, Gamitra. Okay, you are very much welcome. Okay, good luck to all of you. Remember, take a deep breath. Okay, don't stress. Remember, they are teachers. They are teachers. They are not officers looking at you to penalize you. Okay, you're very much welcome, Fitri. But before I leave, I would like to thank SMK Hulu Klang and PPD Gombak for this wonderful opportunity. I'll have another one next week. But not forgetting, thank you so much to my wonderful moderator, who's not only a moderator but also teaching with me, like peer teaching, giving extra information for the 2 different days. And both was Sunday, sacrificing your Sunday for me. I really appreciate it so much. Okay, I love you. You're my friend, my good friend. Okay, I like to let everyone know we are good friends, but we don't talk every day because everyone thinks that good friends talk every day. Is the soul. Yeah, good friends. We hardly speak, but when we see each other, the love is always there. The respect is always there. She thinks things differently than I do. She does things differently than I do, but we still gel. All right. So thank you so much for helping me for these the 2 days, and hopefully we will work again, collaborate in maybe other projects, or maybe this same project but next way in a different way. Okay. So to all of you, Raven will got question.
Good question.
You're
not closing.
Closing there. I'm asking question about my teammates a lot because the teacher during the test was mad that I was selfish. That's all. That sounds sad. No, that sounds sad. No, Raven, doesn't sound sad. Okay, I think many of you youngsters, you do not know the true definition of friendship. Okay, it's not about the quantity, it's the quality of friendship. Okay, good friends, they don't have to speak all the time, but when I need her, she's always there, and when she needs me, I'm always there. But she has a lot of friends compared to me. Her friends is like, everywhere. Okay, so Raven, what I would advise you, Raven, is your teacher might have said that maybe because she felt that your friend who is your partner didn't have the opportunity to speak. So sometimes you just have to be quiet for a while, okay, and ask your friend, what do you think? And just be quiet for a while, okay, and then you ask your friend, do you need some help? Okay, because when you ask that way, then if your friend needs help, he'll say yes. If no, he say no, I just need some time. Then you just keep quiet, so that your friends can speak. So that is an advice I can give you. I'm not in that situation to know why this happened to you. If your teacher is going to be the same teacher for your interlocutor, that's what you can do. If not, somebody else. So don't worry. During your exam, you are not supposed to be scolded. That is something I want everyone to know. During exam, you're not supposed to be scolded by anyone. Your teacher might just be worried that your friend didn't produce anything enough for her to give marks. That's all. Let's think positive, all right, instead of shifting like, oh, the teacher didn't like it that I do that. Is that fine, Raven? Fine, huh? Because you don't know the stress teachers are under because they need to produce results too. Okay, so budak ni menjawab, Syashid dia menjawab, tak bagi peluang orang yang cakap. Okay, macam mana aku nak ni, that's it. Alright, so with that, I would like to thank everyone. Good luck. May God bless you with excellent results for your speaking. Right, take care. Alright, come again next week, Raven. Bye, Halimatul.
Bye, thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Best.
Yes, they will do the best.
Inshallah.
I'm trying to find ways.